Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Sunday, Super Sunday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And we're going to bring in 4 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. Now, before I even start this reading, tell you what the cards are. They're blocking my throat chakra. This is the 3rd time I've tried to record this video. I start talking and cough. So there's definitely some blocks in communication being released today. So I'm grateful that I've got this far because I didn't on the other 2 recordings. So I feel this is a huge message about things shifting forward now, things happening. So if you haven't yet received communication, you're about to. And luck is on your side. So just know that. You may be seeing ladybugs, you may be seeing 1313 repetitively. It's all a sign of luck. And when I did a live on the full moon, I did a Q&A, the good luck card came out as well. So you may also see black cats. So great sign of good luck. So I'm going to bring this deck in. We're going to bring in the Spellcasting Oracle deck, the Cats deck. I also did a little short from that live as well saying be more cat, which means focus on your independence. Say yes to you, even if at times that means saying no to others. Putting yourself first a bit more, being kinder to yourself, a bit more gentle with yourself. Look at a cat. If you got a cat or you see a cat, how do they behave? Be a bit more cat in your day. So we're going to bring in the Cats Oracle, the Salty Sea Oracle by Mystic Moon, and the Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 1. So we're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey. They're also giving me issues with the thumb. So just before starting this reading as well as my coughing fit that I gave me, I actually snagged my nail as well on my thumb. So the thumb is connected with the intellect and the mind and the ego. So they may well be overthinking this communication. They give me again there. So, you know, they want to communicate. They want to clear the air. There's something definitely there they want to say to you. They may just be overthinking. And that can be because they go into their own fear. Or they start listening to their head, their logic instead of their heart and their soul. So their heart and soul are overriding the logical things. So any issues with the thumbs, that's the reason why. And also you may also be needing to make a choice or a decision in your own life. So you could be leaving your own karmic cycle behind, or you may need to choose to set your boundaries down and actually activate those boundaries, enforce those boundaries so that you don't keep making the same mistakes or doing the same things over again or repeating the same cycles. You could even have a dream where you're given a choice in your dream. It may be nothing at all connected with your person. It may be just that you're given a choice in a dream and you perhaps make the wrong choice and that leads to something that you have to face. Or you make the right choice and it leads to something wonderful. So I definitely feel psychic senses heightened, dreams more vivid about all things, connecting with them in dreams, but also other things you're also being guided to do. So let's get into the reading and see what's going on. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings at gmail.com. Do bear with me if I'm coughing through this reading. I'd really rather do the reading than turn it off and have to not re-record it again, but stop it and then start it because of this block in the throat. Because what I'm channeling is that there's something they need to say. There's something they don't need to cough out. It's as if there's something there that I need to cough and expel, and that's what they need to do. So if you are experiencing any mucus in the throat physically, any throat symptoms like you've got a cold or there's stuff going on, you know, it's because of all this healing around the throat chakra. So it may be really beneficial today for you to actually cleanse your throat chakra as well. So thank you, angels. What's the guidance around you today? Or what's the energy that you're in? Or what are you saying to them? Or what do we need to know from you today? And what's the energy around them today? Straight out for them. See, no messing around with them. They've got something they need to say. And they definitely want to say it to you. And what's the energy around the journey? What's the energy around the journey? So there's more calm around the journey in you than around them. It's like they're urgent about what they want to say. That's why they give me this block. So what's the energy around you? What's the energy around you today? What's the energy around you? There we go. And what's the energy coming through around them today? There it is. What's the energy around the journey today, please, angels? And what's the guidance for you from the Cat deck? So what's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for you today? And what's the guidance for them today? Severe throat chakra issues going on. If anyone is having them too, my heart goes out to you, because I know what it's like when you're dealing with the throat chakra, because it does affect your voice and it does affect things you're doing in your day. So what's the guidance from the angels for you today? What's happening for you today? What do you need to know? What's the guidance for them today? What's the guidance for them today? And what's the guidance for the journey? Thank you, angels. What's the guidance for the journey? Okay. Let's see what's going on then. So first of all, from your perspective, you're saying this intensity of this connection, the intensity of it all, frightens me and allures me all at the same time. So you also get very frightened sometimes by the intensity of what they are doing and what they are going through. It's very intense. So obviously they get very freaked out and spooked and allured as well by your intensity, but you're saying the intensity of this connection sometimes frightens me, even though it allures me all at the same time. So it's also understanding that you've signed up for this journey. You know, you came here to learn, to grow, to evolve, to transform, to go through these lessons, these cycles. So when you get throat chakra issues, when you get triggered, when you go through things that hurt or cause pain, breathe and say, this too shall pass. I am exactly where I am meant to be. So yes, it's okay to be frightened of the journey at times. As much as you're allured by it and you're excited by it and you find it magical, it can also be very scary and frightening, especially when you feel alone or you feel like it's never going to happen or you don't know what's coming next. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices, wouldn't we all? However, the thing is to remember that if we go back and change the past, we wouldn't be the person we are today. There's many times on my journey, you know, my own personal journey has been going on for a long, long time. And I sometimes think, if I could go back 28 years, what would I have done differently? However, I know that I needed to go down my own path and my masculine had to go down his own path for our own personal growth too, to be able to come back together at a later time. And again, they give me that block in the throat chakra. So this can also be thinking about, if I knew then what I know now, I would have said different things, or perhaps expressed my feelings differently, or spoke things in a different way. That's what they're giving me. So that's what you're saying. I would have made different choices. However, you know that you're exactly where you need to be because of the choices you made. So it's okay to think that way, to bring in some kind of acceptance, but to remember that everything happened the way it was meant to for growth and learning. And you are a siren, they're saying siren, and they give me the word spiral because you can spiral out of control sometimes, but you are a siren and you are the lighthouse. So the message here is to know that you are very attractive to your person. They feel spellbound by you and they are drawn to your light because of your power, but also because their spirit guides are guiding them to you. Now I'm feeling this as your angels helping you to shine your light no matter what's going on, to remind you of your beauty, your power, and the way that you are, because there's nobody like you. You are unique and special. Your person is drawn to you physically and emotionally. They love what's on the outside of you, but they also adore what's on the inside of you. The person you are, the way you turn them on, the way you make them feel, the way you are as a person, the things you do in your life. And we spoke about that yesterday, you know, being each other's biggest fan. You know, when they connect with you, they're like, you're smoking hot. And that's why you've come up as a siren. And also the lighthouse is your light work, the way you help others, the way you guide, the way you shine your light out for all to see. And that's your power. You know, your light is so bright and powerful and beautiful. It's felt before it's seen. And you are felt by your twin before they see you, whether that's in the first place or at any other time. So this is really Archangel Jophiel, the beauty angel, helping you to know your value and your worth and your beauty and your light. And Archangel Uriel helping you to shine your light, to illuminate you of this truth. And then you remember who you are, so you don't spiral out of control. So when you start spiraling out of control in your mind, feeling overwhelmed with the intensity of everything, breathe and affirm that you are safe. And enjoy the journey. There's no need to rush. So the sea turtle is reminding you to go with the flow, to take it easy, to relax, and enjoy the journey you're on, especially if you're feeling angry because they're not free yet. So we've got anger around freedom. So I'm getting two things. The first thing is, you may feel angry because you're free. and you want to be with them. And it can get frustrating because you think, I've got all this freedom, all this time, all this energy, and I've got no one to share it with. They give me that block again, especially if you're not communicating. But you are being guided right now and you're being protected right now. So enjoy the journey you're on. Enjoy your own freedom. Enjoy that. You can go where you want to go. You can do what you want to do and have what you want to have. Be who you want to be. The authentic version of you. You can travel. You can go places, do things. And yes, many of you have responsibilities. You may have children. You may have a job. You may have obligations. But you can certainly go out and explore God's kingdom because that's what he wants you to do. Even if that's just walking a different route to work or driving a different road. It's also about being angry because they may not be free. And they want to pursue you and be with you, but they may be stuck in a karmic cycle, or they may be stuck in a cage of fear, or they're stuck in the old patterns. This is another reason why you've got to set your boundaries down. Give me fear. Yeah, there's fear around that there. Set your boundaries down and actually put those boundaries into action. Instead of just thinking, I won't do that anymore, I won't let them do that anymore, actually saying it and putting it into action. And that creates a shift. So this is about you understanding that when you feel anger, it's okay. It's an emotion. It's okay to feel the emotion and then let it pass through you. Don't judge yourself for feeling that way. We're all human. We all have these issues and these feelings, and it's okay. Feeling angry is a sign you're alive. It's a sign you're passionate about what you want. It's a sign that you want something to change, and the anger is there to show that to you and remind you to set boundaries, but also to be able to harness your own power, to master your emotions. So when you're angry, you don't take it out on your person or on other people, or you don't say things you regret. So if you're feeling angry, sometimes you can be hangry as well. So first of all, make sure you're not hungry. You're filling up your own cup and you're making sure you're eating right and drinking enough water and looking after yourself. But if you're feeling angry, then obviously you're able to rise above the feeling and the emotion, becoming the master of it, taking a step back and pausing, reflecting, and then breathe before you do anything. And then you don't react to something, you respond instead. Because when we react, we're not thinking straight, we're just impulsive. When we respond, we've taken a moment to process. And this is also recognizing why you're angry. It's because you're angry because you want things now, so you're learning patience. So really anger can also stem from frustration. However, this is a very lucky time for you. Doors are opening right now. Communication is coming in. Things are being cleared. So keep shining your light bright. Enjoy the journey. There's no need to rush. Remember who you are. You are the siren. That means you're guiding them to you. They are drawn to you magnetically. They are pulled to you. And yes, it's intense, the connection, and it can get frustrating when you're not together, but you've got the ability to breathe and find peace, to enjoy your freedom, to remember that you are not caged. The cage is only the mind. And this is more and more what your masculine is realising. They're only caged by their own mind, not their circumstances. You may feel the other way around, that they're caged by their circumstances, but they are learning to find their voice. So they can air their concerns and speak their truth and be authentic. And that's why they're giving me this. So as I said, I'm sorry I'm making this coffee noise, but I am authentic with you guys and genuine, and these things come up. We're human and we channel, and that's why we go through these things. So from their perspective, they are saying your words linger in my mind. So you may have had a conversation that they are going over. Now, this could be a recent conversation, or it could be something long in the past, but it's in their mind today. Your words are lingering in their mind today. It could even be if you shared something on social media and you've got a feeling or a knowingness that they've seen that and viewed it in some way, they may be thinking about that too. So words lingering in your mind, it's about them thinking. They may even be rereading old messages or thinking about what you've said. And they're saying, I'm more affected than you think I am. I'm more affected than you know I am. So they are affected by you, and they're affected by what you said. They're affected by this connection. You feel it intensely, and so do they. And the saying, lying was easier for me than telling you the truth. So many of them hide behind lies. I don't love you. I don't want you. I'm staying here for the rest of my life, or I'm afraid, because of their own fears. They feel like they've got to do that to remain stuck in a cycle or to justify where they are. Sometimes they're afraid to tell you the truth because they have to say things to you like, I've got money issues, or I feel like a failure, or I don't feel like I'm good enough for you, or whatever it is. So they lie and pretend they're indifferent and they don't care. And that's just not true. So don't feel this is lying as in doing something really evil or nasty. It's more trying to cover up their own fear. And that's why they're saying, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So there's no need to take it personally if they've blocked you, ghosted you, pulled away from you, lied about the feelings, denied something. They're saying it wasn't you, it was me. And that doesn't mean you blame them and judge them. It means you recognise that you are okay and you are sane and everything you did was right, so you can forgive yourself. And they can still feel you. And the main reason is because you've spent time together in this life in the past, but also because they recognise in a very deep way from their heart and soul, not their mind, from their heart and soul, that you are bonded, that you are bound to each other, that you've had past lives before. And this seahorse is again resembling the masculine. So this is a huge message about them recognising you've been here before. And they know that through practice. So practice is very much about the things that you've done before. You've done this before. I feel I need to share that with you. You've done this before. You've been here before in this life and the last life. And that's why you may need to set boundaries now, because if you keep going round in the same circles, the same cycles, it's the same things that keep happening. So you may feel like you're fighting against each other. But what I'm really seeing with these cats is they're coming forward in an embrace. So you may see this as the fighting or the embracing. So when you look at this card straight away, what do you see? That will tell you something about your own journey right now. Let me know in the comment section. Do you see those cats playful and coming back together, or do you see them as conflicted and fighting? And it's very likely what you pick up on first is connected with your journey and what's been healed, because I'm seeing this as coming back together. And it takes practice, it takes time. In other words, you make mistakes, you grow from them. So this could be your 5th, 6th, 7th time around with your masculine in this lifetime or in previous lifetimes. So even if you've perhaps just gone, you've been in separation, you're coming out of separation, so you've perhaps only had one separation, you may have gone through this many times before in past lives. Or if you've had various separations or you've gone through the same thing over and over again, it's like you've learned through what you've gone through. So practice makes perfect. Things are getting better. Now, from their perspective, they are holding themselves back sometimes with willpower so they can get it right. So a lot of them, it takes everything in them to not reach out to you. Or it takes everything in them to remain stuck where they are, or to not communicate or not come forward in some way. So they may be using their willpower until they can give you the world. So they may be holding themselves back right now until they're able to give you the world and embrace this love with you. But I feel what they're dreaming about constantly is embracing you, being around you, sharing time with you. And they want you to know they can still feel you no matter what's going on. So the energy around the journey is maybe we're just too different. So it's working out what needs to change, because the first thing I'm connecting with here is maybe we're just too different. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. I feel that what they are first realising here with this card is that wherever they are, it's not satisfying them. The person they're currently with, for example, is too different. They don't gel because they know that you are the same. You are one. You are the same soul. You may have differences and that may bring up fear. So they may be sitting there thinking, oh, well, maybe we're just too different because you're from this background, I'm from that background, or we have different religious beliefs, or there's an age gap, or whatever it is, different cultures, different races, there could be other things going on. Or maybe you're single, they're with someone, or whatever it is, but they know you belong together. Maybe we're just too different, but then they start realising how exciting that is. It makes the connection real. And they also know wherever they are, it's not serving them. The grass isn't greener there. It certainly wasn't if they left you to be with someone else. And this is dawning on them more and more. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. This is why I've got block. This is why this is going on in this reading. Okay, because they need to find the right words, but they want to blurt everything out. And they want to tell you how beautiful you are, that's for sure. They want to tell you they're attracted to you. You're coming up as a siren, remember. They're attracted to you. They feel drawn to you. They feel under your spell. Okay, so this is how they really feel about you. I'm so attracted to you. Your beauty, your grace, the person you are. It's just amazing. Some of them could even reach out for help and friendship. So they're missing your friendship for sure. They want to communicate that to you. They feel a lot lighter when they're in your life. And they're saying to you, I need help to understand what I'm doing next. So they may even reach out to you and ask for your advice or ask for help in some way in a friendly way. This could be their way back into your life. Or you could ask them for help when you're communicating in some way. But ultimately, help is about prayer. It's about asking the angels to bring some kind of reconciliation in or some kind of movement in after a period of stagnancy. And the friendship is about bringing you back together. So I definitely feel this is working on the bond and the power of it, because remember, you were best friends united in love. So it's not just about the passion and the desire. It's about the way you are partnered up, the way you are meant to be because of the people that you are. Some of you could also be asking for help from your friends. So this could be about gaining wisdom and insight from your friends, people you trust. I feel they could be doing that too. They give me that song, With a Little Help from My Friends. Is that by You Need Everybody? Is that by the Beatles? No, probably not. But I'll share that on the community post if I remember. I'm not feeling it as in Out of Friends the show. I'm feeling it as a little help from my friends. So this could again be that they are getting advice from a friend, or they could be confiding in somebody as well. And that's lightening the load, because when we share our burdens, whether it's through prayer or through talking to someone we trust, we feel lighter. So lighten the load. If you're guided to talk to someone, talk to someone. It could be a counsellor, or it could be a therapist in some way, or could be just lightening the load if you're going through physical things, perhaps seeing a doctor or a consultant or a professional. But I feel it's definitely about releasing burden, releasing struggle, releasing the things going through your mind. And this is both of you. So I feel this is more likely them talking to a physical person, whereas you're lightening your load by praying and giving it to heaven. And animals, you're receiving signs through animals. So you could see animals today. I definitely feel the ladybug around today, even though it hasn't come through in the reading. They're intuitively showing me that. So if you find them everywhere, or if you're noticing them, that's why. Or 1313. Animals can also be a sign that when you are out with your animals, or when you are spending time with your animals, if you have them, it helps you to lighten the load. So you maybe even be talking to your dog or your cat or your horse, or you may be talking to your animals about what's going on. They could feel calmer and lighter if they have animals, because they could be spending time with them. So they could be playing with their dogs, for example, or walking their dogs, or playing with their cat, or riding their horse, or whatever they do. Obviously, there's many different animals. Some of them could have like a snake or a spider, or, something crazy. But this is about knowing that things are shifting for a reason. And I feel you could well see seahorses today as a sign of rising up or movement or change. So the message I've got coming through is very clear. Something is shifting with communication. So it's so important right now you shine your light like the lighthouse, because that draws them in. And I feel your light's been stronger since the full moon anyway. And they've been able to feel that light since the full moon. Even if you felt it going in and out, dimming and shining again. Remember who you are. You're the siren. You are beautiful. They want to tell you how beautiful that you are. And that they are drawn to you like a moth to a flame. And they want to make changes. They can always feel you around them. And that's a strong, powerful thing. So trust the love, enjoy the journey, and find your faith. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.